10.3 is a super easy section, and we're looking at actual radius in the circle and other lines in the circle. We're going to look specifically today at radius and chords and their relationship. So a chord connects a point to another point on the circle. So a diameter is a type of chord. And a radius, we already know that. It's from the center point to an edge of the circle. So the relationship is, if you have a radius and a chord that make a perpendicular, so like if I had this and I drew a right angle there, then I know that the radius bisects the chord, which means that it's equal. So that means this side is equal to that side. It does not mean that the radius is cut in half. So the chord is the only thing that splits. Okay, and then we also know some other relationships, like the diameter is 2 times the radius. And then you're going to be looking for some right triangles, so you can do Pythagorean theorem. And then just a reminder, all radii measure the same length. So if I have a circle with a radius marked over here as 10, then I can draw my own radius of 10 over here. So that might come up on some of the later homework problems. So if you take a look at problem number 1, we're trying to get x, the diameter. And then there's a couple different ways you can solve this problem. The first is to see that, okay, I have a radius and a chord, so that's the chord, that's the radius. Okay, what you can do is say, okay, the chord is split in half, which means this equals that, so that's 13.6, also over here. And you've got a triangle right here where you can do a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Okay, or you can also say, okay, I know this is 7.9 and this is 7.9. Let me erase some of this extra stuff here. Okay, so let's say I know this part of the line is 7.9 and this line is 7.9. And together we go from the center to the edge, which means it's a radius. And x is the diameter, which is 2 times the radius. So either way works and you get the same answer. If I choose to do this way, the radius is 7.9 plus 7.9, which is 15.8. When I go to find x, it's 2 times the radius, which is 2 times 15.8. So either way gets you that radius, and you just want to double it to get the diameter. So here it'll be 31.6, I believe. So lots of different ways. My first instinct is to look at this triangle right here that you can form, but like we just showed, there's some easier ways to do it too. Okay, let's look at the second example problem. So on this one, we need to find this piece. Okay, and if you notice, that piece isn't part of any triangle. We don't know this length at all. So really, we're going to have to find some other pieces first. So my first instinct again, I'm like, okay, I have 2 sides. I could make a triangle. Okay. Or even better, let's look at this. Boom, boom, triangle. And I know if this is 14.1, then this is also 14.1. Because they're the same, because this is a radius. And then if I can figure out Pythagorean theorem, a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So 12.2 squared plus b squared equals 14.1 squared. So let's just make sure we've got all those numbers the same. So you should get 148.84 plus b squared equals 198.81. And you subtract that over, so b squared is 49.97. Oops, there we go. And when you square root that, you should get b, which is 7 point, and we'll do 2 decimal places for now. So we square root that, and you get 7.07. But take a look at where B is in our picture. That's right here. And is that X? Not really. So we don't know that they're equal. So instead, what do we know about this whole length from the center to the edge? What do we call that? It's a radius. And our radius in this problem was 14.1. So if I know this piece is 7.07, and my whole thing's 14.1, I can use subtraction to get this missing piece right here. So 14.1 minus our B, which was 7.07, to get X. And when you do that, we're just going to round 1 decimal place because I think that's what all the homework is asking for. So we get 7.0. Okay, and that's it for 10.3. Pretty easy stuff. Just look for the triangles, okay? All those triangles, you want right angles with them. And make sure you pay attention to where you can draw an extra radius.